south, just months after the controversy over the use of animal fat in ghee used for making the Tirupati prasadam laddus. Yet another controversy of a similar kind is brewing over the ghee procurement at the Sri Seetha Ramachandra Swamy Devasthanam in Bhadrachalam in Andhra Pradesh. Now, the controversy comes to light when one of the temple's executive officer named L Rama Devi allegedly signed an agreement with a private firm, Rythu Dairy, for procuring ghee for preparing laddu prasadam at the temple. This is the particular story that we are following, wherein officials said that the signing off of the agreement by Rama Devi was in breach of an order issued by the state government in August, directing all endowment temples to procure ghee from the government-owned Vijaya Dairy. Sources from the temple governing body said that Rama Devi signed the procurement agreement with a privately owned Rythu Dairy, which quoted a lesser price in the tender but failed to meet the requisite conditions. Endowments Minister Konda Surekha has expressed anger at the EO for ignoring the government orders and directed for the transfer of this executive officer. As per reports, Surekha has also directed officials to cancel the tender for the ghee procurement signed by Rama Devi. With that, ladies and gentlemen, my colleague Gautam Shankar joins us on the bulletin to bring us more details into this very story. Gautam, a very good morning to you. Very firstly, I think at this point, the question of the hour remains to be why were the tenders given over to a private company, Rythu Dairy, instead of what was being followed initially, despite the requisite criteria not being fulfilled by them?
Right. Good morning, Shreya, and to all the viewers. The story, like you rightly pointed out, it just comes months after Supreme Court made a statement here saying that at least keep gods away from politics in reference to what happened in Tirupati, saying because there were allegations that animal lard was used in the ghee. But right now, the allegation here in Sri Seetha Ramachandra Swamy Devasthanam is basically of that of a tender process. Now, what at the center of this whole controversy is this woman, L Rama Devi. So she is the executive officer of this temple. So what's happened here is she's gone against the government orders. The government orders came into effect in August, and the orders basically state that you have to procure milk only from Vijaya Dairy, which is a government-owned entity. But by procuring ghee from Karimnagar Dairy, she's basically violated the rules. Now, is there any sort of kickbacks that she's received? Is there any favor? Why she did that? That is something that is yet to come out. But like you rightly also pointed out, the Endowments Department has already taken action against her. She has been transferred to the Revenue Department, which doesn't seem much like a punishment so far. But today we are expecting further action to be taken against her because the probe is still ongoing in this controversy. Now, the coming to the temple itself, there's a lot of controversy brewing around this temple over the last couple of months. The chief priest of the temple was also suspended just a couple of months back, owing to personal dispute there as well. And now, Rama Devi, like I said, she is in the center of this controversy, mainly because it's not just the ghee procurement and the tender process. She also ignored the temple's tradition when inviting VIPs. So in January, there is a prominent festival coming up in Telangana, and she has gone and invited VIPs. So when you invite VIPs to the festival here, the process is such that you have to take two chief priests along with you and another senior official. But she did not do that. She went and invited them by herself. So this has also angered the temple officials. So breach of protocol, and also the more serious allegation is indeed that ghee was procured illegally, and people are a little touchy in this subject ever since the Tirupati laddu broke out. So we have to see if any further action will be taken in this case, Shreya.
You know, Gautam, what comes to light here at this given point, following what happened with the TTD, as well as now we see this temple in Telangana, it is a matter of sentiments for thousands of devotees that we are speaking of. While the court has already said keep politics away from this, one also has to keep in mind that when the sentiments of such a large number of people are involved, one needs to be very, very due diligence has to be done on the part of the body of these temples to ensure every little criterion is looked into, every little standard should be met by whatever ingredients is being used, whatever regulations are being followed in the temple. We see some sort of a negligence at this given point with the last couple of months under such circumstances, wouldn't you say?
Very rightly said, Shreya, because people are concerned about the any sort of illegalities in the procurement of milk for the prasadam. Here, you have to keep in mind that it's not just thousands; it's lakhs of people who also visit after Tirupati. This is also one of the temples which records historic footfalls, and now. In January, like I said, the Mukoti Ekadasi celebrations will also take place where lakhs of people are expected to gather there. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if people demand tests to be conducted on the laddus that were consumed here and that was produced. And if that is the case, we might also, this controversy is only going to get bigger. But the breach of tradition here it's all about that, isn't it? It's just that the temples, people follow these traditions and rituals. They want pure milk and a certain quality of laddus. And when this is being breached, their faith is shaken as well. So this is something we'll also keep a close eye out on to see if any other further action is going to be taken and if tests are also going to be ordered in this particular laddu case as well.